is 30129780. So here I'm going to present the make some test, which is here. So first we need to create the title, which is 407 total calculator. Then we need to add the radio buttons, so we'll use the radio group for that, like for the vehicle size, light, heavy and heavy multi. Then for the distance we are going to edit the text, and the limit is 24 kilometer, so uh, we cannot add more than that. Next we will add the spinner, which is for the time of the day, like weekends or weekdays on a different time zones. Then next we'll look for the directions. For that also we'll use the horizontal radio groups, that would be east and westbound. Then for the transponder we'll use the toggle box. And at last, if we want to load the online calculator, then for that we'll use the checkbox. And after that we'll click on the calculate button, so we'll calculate the total toll, which would be based on this formula. So here is my application. So here is my activity input XML file. So here is a toolbar which is used for the title, that is toll calculator, 407 toll calculator. Next, for the next we have used the vehicle size text, and then the radio groups, that is light, heavy and heavy multi. We have defined various IDs for the same, like for the light, vehicle, heavy and multi vehicle. Next, we are going to use the distance in which uh, the distance which would be less than 24 kilometer, means we cannot add more than that. Then uh, yeah, next is the time of the day. Next is the time of the day, which is for that we have uh, next is the time of the day, which is here. And for the time of the day we have used the spinner. The next is the for the directions, which for also we have used the radio groups, horizontal radio groups, east and westbound. Next, we have used the transponder. For that we have used the toggle. And at last, for loading the online calculator we have used the checkbox. Next one is the input activity, that is Kotlin file. So we have defined the variables. Then for the different types of the variables, like for the eastbound, westbound, which is for the different time zone, we have defined the array. And for the time of the day we have also defined the array, like for the weekdays, holidays with different time zones. Same applied for the define the variables. Then on create event function is created, in which we'll find the distance spinner, which would be find with the help of ID, which we defined in the XML file of input. Then on click listener event will be created, in which if we'll first match the transponder, then online calculator, if it is checked it will be printed and on the result, otherwise not. Then we'll check for the vehicle size, like heavy, multi heavy or heavy, and on the basis of the time of the day we'll calculate the total tax. total toll. uh, and we have set the spinner and on item selected functions. Next, here is result activity result XML file. The same way which we have defined in the input XML file. Define the ID for the toolbar. Next, for the vehicle size, we have defined the various constraints, like from the start of and to the bottom of. Next, for all the directions as well, for the transponders, as well for the web view, which is for the loading the online calculator. Next, result activity for the which is Kotlin file. We define the variables on creative and is created, in which also we have defined the shared preferences, and finding that with the help of ID that we have defined in the result XML file, we are checking the condition, and at last it will all get printed. So here I am selecting the light vehicle. Now if I enter more than 24, then it will print the message that wrong input. So here I'm entering 23.96. Time of the day here, westbound. I want to print the transponder, and I don't want to load the online calculator. So after clicking it, the output would be like this. So yeah, this is my application which I have which we are asked to do, and I have created that application.